Hi everyone. In this lesson we will make an overview of CySEC Advanced Certificate Mock Exams. The CySEC, Cyprus Securities and Exchange Commission, Advanced Certificate Program is designed for professionals who wish to work in the financial services industry in roles requiring in-depth regulatory knowledge. Mock exams are a critical part of preparing for the certification as they simulate the actual exam conditions and assess the candidate's knowledge and readiness. Tips for using the mock exams effectively. Simulate exam conditions. Take the mock exams in a quiet environment with no interruptions. Review explanations. Go over the correct answers and explanations for the questions you got wrong to understand the reasoning behind them. Track your progress. Compare your scores across multiple mock exams to gauge improvement. Focus on weak areas. Use your mock exam results to identify and work on areas where you're struggling. This document is an extensive and comprehensive collection of mock exam questions and answers, tailored for candidates preparing for the CySEC Advanced Certificate. The mock exams aim to prepare participants for the regulatory framework, risk management, compliance, market rules, legal interpretations, and other topics pertinent to CySEC regulations. Here is a detailed overview of what you will learn. 1. Purpose of the mock exams. The mock exams are designed to simulate the CySEC Advanced Certificate Exam by presenting multiple choice questions, MCQs, that align with the syllabus and exam format. Evaluate readiness and understanding of key CySEC regulations, directives, and compliance requirements. Identify knowledge gaps and provide a practical way to review and reinforce key financial, legal, and compliance concepts. Familiarize candidates with the structure, complexity, and nature of questions they might encounter during the actual examination. 2. Structure and layout. The document contains hundreds of multiple choice questions, MCQs, across various regulatory topics. 4 answer options for each question, with only one correct answer. Scenarios and case-based questions to test practical application and interpretation of laws and regulations. Questions that focus on specific CySEC laws, EU directives, and financial regulations, including topics such as MiFID II, AML, anti-money laundering, and ICAAP. 3. Topics covered. The mock exams cover a wide spectrum of topics relevant to CySEC certification. Below is a breakdown of the key areas. A. Legal and regulatory framework. Insider trading, definitions, scenarios, and liabilities for directors and employees in possession of inside information. MiFID II, Markets in Financial Instruments Directive, rules governing investment services, trading venues, and market transparency. Law 87I/2017. Application, exemptions, and scope of this law on investment firms and market operators. Prospectus requirements, conditions for issuing securities and exemptions from prospectus obligations. B. Compliance and governance. Anti-money laundering, AML, and counter-terrorist financing, CFT, obligations for compliance officers, reporting suspicious activities, and risk-based approaches to AML. Compliance officer responsibilities, writing policies, training staff, and monitoring transactions. ICAAP, internal capital adequacy assessment process, reporting, risk identification, and capital adequacy requirements. C. Investment services and market operations. Suitability and appropriateness tests, requirements for assessing clients before offering investment services. Execution of orders, rules for handling client orders on regulated markets. Systematic internalizers and market makers, pre-trade and post-trade transparency obligations. D. Risk management. Pillar 1 and Pillar 2 risks, credit risk, operational risk, market risk, and concentration risk. Liquidity risk, managing unplanned changes in funding sources and ensuring compliance with capital requirements. Stress testing and sensitivity analysis, methods to assess vulnerabilities and ensure a firm's resilience to financial shocks. E. Corporate governance. Board of Directors, BOD, responsibilities in appointing compliance officers, setting risk appetite, and reviewing ICAAP reports. Remuneration policies, ensuring independence and objectivity in compliance and risk management roles. Shareholder rights and reporting, disclosure obligations when voting rights exceed specific thresholds. F. Financial markets and instruments. Alternative investment funds, AIFs, valuation, reporting, and risk management. UCITS, undertakings for collective investment in transferable securities, rules for managing and marketing these funds. OTC derivatives, exposure limits and counterparty risk management. G. Penalties and enforcement. CySEC fines, scenarios involving breaches of AML, reporting, or governance rules, with penalties for individuals and firms. Regulatory actions, revocation of licenses, suspension of activities, and imposing additional capital requirements. 4. Question types. The questions in the mock exams include factual questions, testing memorization of laws, directives, and regulatory limits, e.g., capital requirements, reporting obligations. Scenario-based questions, presenting hypothetical situations to assess candidates' ability to apply knowledge in practical settings. Calculation-based questions, requiring simple numerical calculations, such as determining capital adequacy or exposure limits. Decision-making questions, evaluating candidates' understanding of governance, compliance, and ethical decision-making. 5. Examples of questions. Here are some sample questions included in the file. Insider information. If a director sells shares before a downsizing announcement, which rule applies? Correct option: the director violated insider trading rules. AML compliance. What is the role of the AML compliance officer? Correct option: acts as the first point of contact with MOCAs during investigations. ICAAP reporting. Why would a firm review its ICAAP earlier than scheduled? Correct option: to reflect changes in the operating environment. Risk management. How is liquidity risk defined? Correct option: the inability to liquidate assets with minimal loss of value. Regulatory thresholds. At what percentage change in voting rights must shareholders notify CySEC? Correct option: 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, 25%, 30%, 50%, or 75%. 6. Key takeaways for candidates. Comprehensive preparation. The mock exams provide an exhaustive review of the CySEC syllabus, ensuring candidates are well prepared for the actual exam. Application of knowledge. By including scenario-based and practical questions, the mock exams test candidates' ability to apply theoretical knowledge in real-world situations. Focus on high-weight areas. Topics like AML, ICAAP, insider trading, and compliance responsibilities are heavily emphasized, reflecting their importance in the CySEC exam. 7. Benefits of the mock exams. Realistic practice, mimics the format and difficulty level of the actual CySEC exam. Knowledge reinforcement, covers all essential topics with detailed, scenario-based questions. Confidence building, helps candidates familiarize themselves with the exam structure and improve time management. 8. Recommendations for use. To maximize the value of these mock exams. Attempt the exams under timed conditions to simulate real exam pressure. Review incorrect answers to identify areas that need improvement. Cross-reference answers with CySEC materials and directives for deeper understanding. To sum up, the provided mock exams serve as an essential tool for preparing for the CySEC Advanced Certificate. They cover all critical aspects of CySEC regulations, compliance, financial markets, and risk management, ensuring candidates gain both theoretical and practical mastery of the subject matter. This resource is invaluable for anyone aiming to pass the CySEC Advanced exam with confidence.